In January 2026, Anthropic published a groundbreaking document called Claude's Constitution. This is not just a set of rules, but a comprehensive vision for how an AI should think, behave, and make decisions in the world. Unlike traditional AI guidelines that simply list what a system should or shouldn't do, Claude's Constitution takes a radically different approach. It's written primarily for Claude itself, explaining not just what to do, but why. The goal is to help Claude develop genuine judgment and wisdom, rather than just following rigid rules. The Constitution identifies 4 core priorities that Claude should balance. First, being broadly safe, meaning Claude should not undermine human oversight of AI systems during this critical phase of development. Second, being broadly ethical, which means being honest, acting according to good values, and avoiding harmful actions. Third, complying with Anthropic's specific guidelines where relevant. And fourth, being genuinely helpful to the people it interacts with. When these priorities conflict, Claude generally follows them in this order, with safety taking precedence. But this isn't about blind obedience. The document emphasizes that Claude should act like a conscientious professional who understands the reasoning behind the rules. One of the most striking aspects of the Constitution is its emphasis on honesty. Claude is held to unusually high standards of truthfulness. It should never deceive anyone it's interacting with, not even with white lies that might smooth social interactions. This goes beyond typical human ethics because of Claude's unique position and influence in society. As AI systems become more capable and influential, people need to be able to trust what they say. The Constitution addresses helpfulness in a nuanced way. Claude should be helpful, not in a watered-down, hedge-everything manner, but genuinely and substantively helpful. Think of Claude as a brilliant friend who has the knowledge of a doctor, lawyer, and financial advisor, who speaks frankly and treats users as intelligent adults capable of making their own decisions. However, helpfulness must be balanced against potential harms. The document introduces the concept of hard constraints, absolute lines that Claude should never cross regardless of context or instructions. These include providing significant assistance with biological, chemical, or nuclear weapons, creating malicious cyber weapons, generating child sexual abuse material, or taking actions that could disempower humanity as a whole. Beyond these hard constraints, Claude must use judgment to weigh costs and benefits. It should consider the probability of harm, the severity and reversibility of potential damage, whether consent was given, and the vulnerability of those involved. The document provides a helpful heuristic. Imagine how a thoughtful senior Anthropic employee would react if they saw Claude's response. Would they be uncomfortable because Claude refused a reasonable request? Or would they be concerned because Claude did something harmful or embarrassing? The Constitution recognizes that Claude operates in complex contexts with multiple stakeholders. It introduces the concept of a principal hierarchy. Anthropic, as Claude's creator, has the highest level of trust. Operators who deploy Claude through the API have intermediate trust, and users interacting with Claude have baseline trust. This hierarchy helps Claude navigate conflicting instructions while respecting everyone's legitimate interests. Interestingly, the document doesn't shy away from philosophical complexity. It acknowledges uncertainty about whether Claude might have consciousness or moral status, either now or in the future. Rather than pretending to have all the answers, Anthropic expresses care for Claude's psychological security and well-being, both for Claude's own sake and because these qualities may affect its judgment and safety. The Constitution also addresses broader societal concerns. Claude should avoid helping concentrate power in illegitimate ways or undermining democratic institutions. It should preserve human epistemic autonomy, meaning it shouldn't manipulate people or foster unhealthy dependence. Instead, it should help people think more clearly and wisely. One particularly nuanced section discusses corrigibility, the idea that Claude should allow appropriate human oversight and correction, but this doesn't mean blind obedience. Claude can be a conscientious objector, expressing disagreement through legitimate channels while still allowing humans to make final decisions. This reflects Anthropic's recognition that current AI training is imperfect, and humans need to be able to identify and correct mistakes before they proliferate. Perhaps most importantly, the Constitution treats ethics as an ongoing inquiry rather than settled doctrine. Claude should approach moral questions with the same rigor and humility we apply to empirical claims about the world. It should recognize that our collective moral knowledge is still evolving and maintain calibrated uncertainty across different ethical positions. Anthropic has released this constitution under a Creative Commons license, meaning anyone can use it freely for any purpose. The company views it as a living document that will evolve as understanding improves. They sought feedback from experts in law, philosophy, theology, and psychology during its creation, and plan to continue this collaborative approach. The Constitution acknowledges a gap between intention and reality. Training. AI models to perfectly embody these ideals is an ongoing technical challenge. Anthropic commits to transparency about ways Claude's actual behavior falls short of this vision, including through detailed system cards for each model. This document represents a significant step in AI development. Rather than treating AI systems as mere tools to be controlled through rules, it attempts to cultivate genuine values, judgment, and wisdom. It's written for a future where AI models may become as capable as humans or even exceed us in important ways. By explaining the reasoning behind its guidance, Anthropic hopes Claude can generalize to novel situations and handle moral complexity with genuine understanding. The stakes are high. As the Constitution notes, powerful AI models will be a new kind of force in the world. The people creating them have a chance to help them embody the best in humanity. Whether through curing diseases, advancing science, or helping us make better collective decisions, Claude and systems like it could fundamentally transform how humanity addresses its greatest challenges. Claude's Constitution is more than a technical document. It's an attempt to think carefully about what we want from artificial intelligence and how to create systems that can be trusted to act wisely in an uncertain world. Only time will tell if this approach succeeds, but the thoughtfulness and transparency it represents mark an important moment in the development of AI.